In the bustling heart of downtown Chicago, where the wind whipped through skyscrapers like a relentless reminder of life's unforgiving pace, Mark Thompson clutched his worn-out resume in one hand and his daughter's faded photo in the other. He was seconds away from stepping into the elevator that could change everything, a job interview at Apex Innovations, the tech giant that promised stability after years of scraping by. But fate, that cruel jester, had other plans. As he hurried across the crowded plaza, a child's desperate gasp pierced the air like a dagger. Time froze. A little girl, no older than 6, clutched her throat, her face turning a terrifying shade of blue, while her frantic nanny screamed for help. Without a second thought, Mark dropped everything and rushed forward, his heart pounding louder than the city sirens. He wrapped his arms around her tiny frame, performing the Heimlich maneuver he'd learned from a faded CPR class years ago. One thrust, two, on the third, a piece of candy shot out, and the girl gasped for air, collapsing into his arms as the crowd erupted in applause. Little did Mark know, this act of heroism would unravel his world, and rebuild it in ways he could never imagine. Mark's life had been a series of heartbreaks wrapped in quiet resilience. At 35, he was a single dad to his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, the light of his otherwise dim existence. His wife, Sarah, had passed away 3 years earlier in a car accident that left him drowning in medical bills and grief. Gone were the dreams of a cozy family home. Instead, they lived in a cramped one-bedroom apartment on the city's outskirts, where the walls echoed with Lily's innocent laughter and Mark's silent worries. He worked odd jobs, driving for ride shares at night, fixing appliances during the day, but it was never enough. The interview at Apex was his golden ticket. A maintenance supervisor position with benefits, health insurance for Lily's asthma treatments, and a salary that could finally let them breathe. He'd practiced his answers in the mirror until dawn, ironed his only suit, and whispered a prayer to Sarah's photo before leaving. "This is for us, baby," he'd said to Lily as he kissed her forehead goodbye. But now, as paramedics swarmed the plaza and the little girl, Emma, he learned her name was, clung to him with tear-streaked cheeks, the clock ticked mercilessly. His interview time had come and gone. He glanced at his phone. 10:15 a.m. The slot was at 10 o'clock. Panic surged through him like ice water. He tried calling the HR number, but it went to voicemail. "I'm so sorry," he stammered to the receptionist when he finally got through later. "There was an emergency, I saved a child's life." Her response was polite but firm. "We have a strict policy." "The position's been filled." Click. Just like that, hope evaporated. Emma's nanny, a kind woman named Maria, thanked him profusely, jotting down his number before whisking the girl away in a sleek black SUV. Mark trudged home, his resume crumpled in his pocket, feeling the weight of failure crush his chest. Lily greeted him at the door with a hug, her big brown eyes, Sarah's eyes, full of curiosity. "How'd it go, Daddy? Did you get the job?" He forced a smile, kneeling to her level. "Not this time, kiddo. But we'll be okay, we always are." That night, as Lily slept, Mark sat at the kitchen table, staring at overdue bills. Rent was late again. Lily's inhaler refill loomed. Tears burned his eyes, tears he rarely allowed himself. "Why does it have to be so hard?" he whispered to the empty room. He'd given up so much. Friends, hobbies, even dating. All for Lily. But heroism, that didn't pay the bills. Unbeknownst to Mark, the little girl he'd saved was no ordinary child. Emma Harrington was the daughter of Victoria Harrington, the billionaire CEO of Harrington Enterprises, a global conglomerate in tech and philanthropy. Victoria had built her empire from scratch, rising from a modest background to Forbes's list of most powerful women. But success came at a cost. Divorced, constantly traveling, she relied on nannies for Emma, her only child. That morning, Victoria was in a board meeting, sealing a multi-million-dollar deal, when her phone buzzed with Maria's frantic call. Emma choked on a candy. "Ma'am. A man saved her life. She's okay now, but it was close." Victoria's world tilted. She canceled everything, racing to the hospital where Emma was being checked. Her daughter, safe and giggling about the hero man, recounted the story with wide-eyed wonder. "He was like a superhero, Mommy. He missed his important meeting for me." Victoria's heart twisted. As a mother, the near miss terrified her. As a CEO, she saw opportunity in gratitude. She demanded Maria's details and tracked Mark down through a quick background check. Her resources were vast. What she found humbled her. A widower, struggling financially, with a spotless record of hard work and quiet decency. No criminal history, just a man fighting to keep his head above water. That evening, she called him personally. Mr. Thompson, this is Victoria Harrington. You saved my daughter's life today. I don't know how to thank you. Mark was stunned, sitting on his sagging couch with Lily coloring nearby. It was nothing, ma'am. Anyone would have done it. But Victoria insisted on meeting. The next day, she arrived at his apartment in an understated town car, Emma in tow. The contrast was stark. Victoria in her tailored suit, exuding poise and power, stepping into Mark's world of mismatched furniture and peeling wallpaper. Emma ran to him, hugging his legs. Thank you, Mr. Hero. Lily peeked out shyly, and the two girls bonded instantly over crayons and stories. Over coffee, Mark's cheap instant brew, Victoria listened as he opened up about his life. The accident that took Sarah, the endless job hunts, the fear of failing Lily. His voice cracked when he mentioned missing the interview. I don't regret it, he said firmly. Your daughter's life was more important. Victoria's eyes softened. She'd faced her own losses, her parents young, her marriage crumbling under ambition's strain. For the first time in years, she felt a genuine connection, not to a boardroom ally, but to a real person. Mark, she said, what if I could help? Harrington Enterprises has openings, and I owe you more than words. But challenges loomed. Mark's pride balked at charity. I appreciate it, but I want to earn my way. Victoria respected that, offering him a legitimate interview for a facilities manager role at her company, better pay, flexible hours for Lily. Yet, doubts crept in. Whispers at work. Was this nepotism? Victoria faced board scrutiny, her personal life bleeding into business-raised eyebrows. And Mark, adjusting to a corporate world, felt alien. His first week was a whirlwind, navigating high-tech offices, learning protocols, all while battling imposter syndrome. I'm just a handyman, he confided to Victoria one evening, as they shared a rare quiet moment after a company event. She'd invited him and Lily to her penthouse for dinner, where Emma and Lily played like sisters. Victoria paused, her usual commanding demeanor softening. Mark, you're more than that. You saved my world, and you're teaching me something, about slowing down, about what's real. Their conversations deepened, shared vulnerabilities forged a bond. She confessed her regrets, missing Emma's milestones for meetings, the loneliness of the top. He shared Sarah's memory, how love lingered in loss. Romance wasn't immediate, it bloomed. Slowly, amid playdates and late-night talks. But obstacles persisted. Mark's old debts mounted, a creditor threatened eviction. Victoria offered a loan, but he refused. I need to fix this myself. Instead, she mentored him, helping him negotiate a payment plan, boosting his confidence. The turning point came during a company crisis, a major system outage at Harrington's headquarters. Mark, drawing on his blue-collar ingenuity, spotted a faulty generator overlooked by engineers. He fixed it swiftly, averting millions in losses. The board applauded. Victoria beamed with pride. See, you belong here. Promotion followed, to head of operations, with a salary that cleared his debts and funded Lily's future. And in a quiet park one afternoon, as the girls chased butterflies, Mark knelt before Victoria. You've given me more than a job. You've given me hope. Their kiss sealed a new chapter, not just love, but a blended family. Months later, life transformed. Mark and Victoria married in a simple ceremony, Emma and Lily as flower girls. The apartment became a memory. They moved to a home with a backyard, where laughter echoed freely. Mark's story went viral after a local news piece, Hero Dad's Twist of Fate, inspiring thousands. But the real message lay deeper. In a world obsessed with success and self, one selfless act can ripple into redemption. As Mark tucked Lily in one night, she whispered, Daddy, are we rich now? He smiled. In the ways that matter, yes. But remember, kiddo, kindness isn't about what you get back. It's about who you become. Victoria, overhearing, nodded. Her empire thrived, but her heart was fuller. The poor single dad who missed his interview. He found something greater. Love, purpose, and proof that heroes don't wear capes, they wear the scars of everyday battles. And in saving a stranger, he saved himself.